The likelihood of a fight with you and Terence Crawford would be one of the biggest in boxing.
We're not talking about yet about the fight. Me and Turkana know each other, and then we wanna.
Amid all the excitement, one question stands out: how is this even fair? Crawford, an undefeated welterweight mastermind at 147 pounds, is jumping up 21 pounds to challenge a dominant super middleweight force. Meanwhile, Canelo can comfortably bulk up after weigh-in, while Crawford enters the ring looking like the classic underdog from a Hollywood storyline. Let's break down this madness.
Going to be in a camp, I know you're...
In camp? Training camp? In March.
Okay, so
at the beginning of the middle of the...
At anything Riyadh season, he wasn't at the sort of the ring relaunch, if you like, a couple of weeks ago in Saudi, so he's almost kept his distance from it. We haven't sort of any connection between Canelo and Saudi Arabia, so I didn't expect him to be there. And when he was there, I was like, okay, this is interesting. We might get Canelo Crawford. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh my God.
Canelo Alvarez, with a record of February 2nd, 62 and 39 KOs, isn't just a fighter, he's a boxing chameleon. Beginning his journey as a super welterweight, he moved up the weight classes like he was collecting infinity stones. By 2021, he cemented his legacy, becoming the first undisputed four-belt super middleweight champion, dismantling anyone who dared to challenge him.
Fight that he wants to see this year. Is that a fight that you're considering now?
We'll see. We'll see.
For Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
Yeah, being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
It's crazy when you think about that, because you say, your Machan is coming out of the other weight class, and he's welterweight. So,
remember when he knocked out Sergey Kovalev in 2019 to claim a light heavyweight title? Yeah, that's the kind of power he's bringing to the table now. Sitting comfortably at 168 pounds, he dominates a division he has no intention of vacating for anyone, not even Crawford.
Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
So fucking young?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because if you beat him, you wanna be the best in the world.
On the other side, we have Terence "Bud" Crawford, the undefeated enigma of the welterweight division, boasting a flawless 41-0 record with 31 KOs. His brilliance lies in his adaptability. Whether fighting orthodox or southpaw, engaging in close combat, or picking opponents apart from a distance, Crawford does it all. In 2023, he became the first undisputed welterweight champion of the four-belt era with a dominant win over Errol Spence Jr., then followed it up with another masterclass against Israel Matrimov at 154 pounds in 2024. But now, he's making a daring leap to 168 pounds to challenge a fighter who feasts on light heavyweights. The weight jump is no small feat. 14 pounds might not sound like much to casual fans, but in boxing, it's a massive leap. Crawford isn't just stepping into unfamiliar territory, he's storming Canelo's fortress. Historically, such bold moves rarely favor the smaller fighter. Many who attempt massive weight jumps struggle against the sheer size and power of their opponents. The stats don't lie. CompuBox data shows Canelo lands 42.5% of his power punches, many of them brutal body shots, while Crawford is remarkably precise, boasting a 46.7% power punch accuracy. He has never faced anyone with Canelo's raw strength. This isn't just a fight, it's a collision of skill, power, and history in the making.
Feeding these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feed. Number 2.
Then there's the rehydration clause, or rather, the lack of one. In simple terms, Canelo can pack on as much weight as he wants after the weigh-in, likely stepping into the ring close to 180 pounds. Meanwhile, Crawford will be adjusting to an entirely new weight class, where every punch will feel like a sledgehammer. Some call it unfair, others call it smart business. Either way, it's a massive advantage for Canelo. Speaking of business, let's talk numbers. This fight is expected to generate over $200 million in revenue, with pay-per-view sales projected to break records. Canelo's fights are money-making machines, his 2018 clash with Gervonta Davis pulled in 1.1 million PPV buys, while Crawford's stock skyrocketed after his fight with Spence, which brought in 650,000 buys. Together, their star power could redefine boxing's financial landscape. And as for tickets, the showdown at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas has turned them into the hottest commodity since Taylor Swift concert seats.
Loads of things going around at the moment, including a big clash with Canelo Alvarez. Can you tell us what's going on in that situation, and can that happen next? We shall see.
But not everyone is on board. Mike Tyson, someone who knows a thing or two about big fights, didn't mince words. "I don't like this fight," he said bluntly. "The weight difference is just too much, it's not right." And he has a point. Boxing history is filled with smaller fighters taking risks that proved too costly. Take Roy Jones Jr. for example. When he jumped to heavyweight and defeated John Ruiz in 2003, it was a historic achievement, but the strain on his body became evident when he dropped back down to light heavyweight. Still, if there's one fighter who thrives on proving doubters wrong, it's Crawford. In 2018, he moved up to 147 pounds and dismantled Jeff Horn to claim the WBO title. Many questioned whether he could handle the jump in weight, and he silenced them with a dominant performance. Former pound-for-pound king Andre Ward has praised Crawford as a master at breaking down opponents, but dismantling a natural super middleweight is a completely different challenge. The timing of this fight is no coincidence. Mexico's Independence Day weekend has become Canelo's personal stage for blockbuster fights, from his trilogy with Golovkin to his 2022 clash with Caleb Plant. Las Vegas will be electric, packed with passionate Mexican fans rallying behind their champion, while Crawford supporters hope to witness an upset for the ages.
Come our way and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight.
But what's the endgame for Canelo? This fight is his chance to prove he's untouchable. Beating Crawford would silence any whispers of cherry-picking or avoiding tough opponents. A loss, however, could stain his legacy, with critics pointing to the size disparity as an asterisk on his record. For Crawford, this is the ultimate high-stakes gamble. Win, and he cements himself as one of the greatest fighters in history. Lose, and the story shifts, his ambition seen as exceeding his limitations. The build-up to this fight will be nothing short of cinematic. Analysts will dissect every possible outcome, trainers will craft meticulous game plans, and fans will eagerly wait to see if Crawford can defy the odds. Will his speed and technical brilliance outmatch Canelo's power and experience? Or will the Mexican icon prove, once again, that size matters in boxing? As we inch closer to September, one thing is undeniable: this isn't just a fight, it's a spectacle, a clash of styles, and a testament to boxing's biggest risks and rewards. Love it or hate it, Crawford vs. Canelo is a fight no one will forget.
Any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'd be a
Boxing fans around the world are buzzing as Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford move closer to a historic showdown. Saudi boxing chief Hedi Alec has confirmed that an official offer will soon be made to finalize this epic clash, set for 2025. Anticipated to be one of the biggest events in boxing history, the fight has already ignited massive excitement. Canelo Alvarez, once the undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO super middleweight champion, has faced recent hurdles. He was stripped of his IBF title after opting to fight Edgar Berlanga on September 14 instead of his mandatory challenger, William Skull, a decision that cost him his undisputed status. However, Canelo remains the reigning WBA, WBC, and WBO champion at super middleweight. Despite this setback, the Mexican superstar continues to dominate his division and is gearing up to defend his crown in Las Vegas.
But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in, because I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because.
On the other hand, Terence Crawford is riding a wave of momentum following his recent accomplishments. After becoming the undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO welterweight champion last year, he is now moving up to super welterweight to challenge Israel Madrimov for the WBA title. This highly anticipated bout, set for next weekend in Los Angeles, is part of the Riyadh season card, organized by 11 Alec to position Saudi Arabia as a premier boxing destination. With Crawford's ambition aligning with Alec's vision, the stage is set for a groundbreaking future for the sport in the region.
50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws.
The potential showdown between Canelo and Crawford presents a unique challenge, primarily due to their weight class disparity. Bridging the 14-pound gap won't be easy, but both fighters have showcased remarkable adaptability throughout their careers. Al Haymon is determined to make this dream fight a reality, assuring that Canelo will receive a fair offer. However, he has also cautioned the Mexican star to keep his financial expectations reasonable to ensure smooth negotiations. But this fight isn't just about titles, it's about legacy. If both champions emerge victorious in their upcoming bouts, their clash will mark a historic moment in boxing. For now, fans can only wait as the pieces fall into place for what could be the most electrifying fight of 2025. With Canelo and Crawford both at the peak of their powers, the outcome is anything but predictable, only adding to the intrigue of this already monumental matchup.